It's been a crazy month, guys, and there's been a lot of stocks I've looked at this month, a lot of the decreases, it makes it very interesting to buy. Of course, you see your numbers going down and you go, oh my God, that's terrible. What's going to happen here? We're losing a lot of money. But at the same time, you go, well, we're not selling anything, so I think we're doing okay. And it gives us the opportunity to buy in. So I wanted to discuss with you guys a little bit of the stocks that I bought this month, which has been crazy. So let's start first of all. A lot of these you're going to find some of the videos that we've done on some of these, and so you can get more information on them for sure. But first of all, let's start with New Residential. Of course, today what I did, I listened to their talk that they had on the telephone about I think from March 13th, and they were talking about how liquid this company is, and all three different aspects of their business are doing fantastic. Actually, they are concerned, of course, with all the drops and what's going on, but they feel that they're very fluid and they're going to weather the storm with no problems. I think that the market did show an overreaction on the REITs, and so the REITs look like they're a good investment opportunity at this time. I don't know what's going to happen with the dividends, of course, but I think that's going to be for most stocks. We're going to see different dividends that are going to be given out or held back or anything. The thing with the REITs is that they have to give 90% of their profits, right? So we should be getting some sort of dividend back anyway. And I think very shortly we'll get back to the normal amount that they're giving. So I did really buy quite a bit of NRZ because I wanted to make sure that once it's back up and going, that we get some good dividend out for this one. And I was able to bring down the value of I brought down the price about $3, I think, from what I had bought them at initially. So I think that was very good as far as that stock was concerned. But I also looked at other stocks. That's definitely not the only one I invested into. I like the way Disney dropped, and we saw a video of Disney that we did just a few days ago, and I really like that company. I know they're going to struggle. I know it's going to be difficult for them with all these parks that are closed, but their other business, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, is taking off, and they're doing better in that aspect. That's going to make up some of what they might lose, of what they will lose from the parks being closed. But at the same time, I think that they are a company that can survive and weather the storm with no problems. They've weathered other storms before, so I think they're going to do fine. And once the movies get back to going and everything opens up again, they'll be back to their routine stuff. So their stock price right now has been a little low. What's it running, like 96 right now? It went up all the way to 104 or something like that yesterday, which was very, very good. So that was interesting. Now, apart from Disney, we've talked about a few other ones. Microsoft was another one that I liked. I still like it, and I bought some shares of Microsoft. I'm looking for next week to see if the price goes down again. I do anticipate that next week these numbers are going up. The coronavirus numbers are going up, and as that happens, there's going to be, there's still panic out there. There's still a lot of fear, and to get people back to work is going to be difficult. And we are going to see the prices drop, I think, one more time, at least one more time, maybe twice more, maybe even more than that, who knows. But this week, so today I waited. I saw the prices go up today, so I waited. But Microsoft, again, another strong company that is, it's going to be powerful for a long time. It's a good company to invest into. I want to buy more stock into that as well, because I believe that it's going to help us in the long run. I don't anticipate to sell any of these stocks for the next 10 years if I can help it. Now, let's go on to the next company, Google. Google, I did buy a few. Of course, that's definitely a more expensive one. And we did put out our Google video yesterday talking about Google itself and how it compares to Amazon. I do like the price of Google a lot better than I like of Amazon. Google makes a lot more earnings per share and does well with its money. So I'm very excited to actually have Google stock, and I wish that the price would come down under 1,000 so that maybe I can purchase more. I'm definitely reserving money so that hopefully at some point maybe we can buy some of that. as well. But we'll see. That's definitely probably the most expensive stock I have right now. Going on to the next one, Apple. Again, another strong company that I was happy that I was able to purchase some stock into Apple, and that's another company that I hope that I can get more stock of if the price comes down the way I want it to. And I'm going to be waiting on that and seeing how that goes. But Apple is very strong, and I think with the diversification that we're getting in the portfolio here, I think that's really helpful so that we can weather storms like this that happen, you know, although everything has gone down, but I think this will really help. The next one is in the oil and gas division here, and in that sector I decided to go with Chevron. Chevron is one that my kids have had for many years. They made a lot of money with that, and I like the way the price came down. It came down for several factors, of course the coronavirus, but then again with all the OPEC problems that they're having with Saudi Arabia and Russia, that price has come down dramatically. It's starting to come back up, and it's going up again, and currently it's let's see if I can open this a little further. I'll tell you right now what it is. It's let's see, Chevron 68.35, which is still really good. It was like that about 10 years ago, actually, maybe a little cheaper than that at that point. But that's another one that I really liked because I like their dividend. I know they're probably gonna have to adjust their dividends, which is fine, not a big deal. A lot of people get concerned with that. They worry about, oh, if they drop dividends, then the price of the stock goes down. Well, the price of the stock comes down. That's a concern if you're planning to sell the stock. You know, if you're a long-term investor, the price of the stock comes down a little bit. As long as the company is doing good and they're a strong company, I don't worry about it that much. And so we just keep on going. Hopefully you sell at the right time when you are ready to sell and the price is correct. So after Chevron I went and I bought, just because it's so low, it's in the car industry, I guess, it's Ford. I bought Ford. It's really cheap, but Ford has been bad as far as the stock is concerned. If you remember back, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, it was down to $1, and at that time I figured if I had money then I probably would have bought a whole bunch of stock at that point and invested. But back then it wasn't this easy to invest. So I'd have to send off and to get a drip fund and buy some, and that's the way I was doing stocks back then, not using a broker. Now the price is still pretty low. They still give dividend. That dividend may go away. It just depends how they do with their electric cars that are coming up. They may sell like crazy and take away some of the business from Tesla from that, because these cars are looking fantastic. I actually looked at that truck that they advertised that's coming out in 2021, and it looks good. I think I want one. But yeah, I bought some Ford. That's probably one stock that I'm actually going to play around with. So I may, if it goes up enough, I may just sell it and then buy it again if it goes back down again, and then sell it again. And I'll play around with that one just to have something to buy and sell, which I don't usually do. But in this case, it's probably an okay one to buy and sell. I do that a lot with the biotech stocks. Biotech stocks, a lot of times I would keep them and then sell them and try to make some money off of those, and those are good. And I'll talk about a little bit of a biotech stock right now in a little bit. But the next one that I'm going to talk about is Apple Hospitality REIT, APLE. That one actually came down in price dramatically also, and that one pays about 10 cents per share per month, which is nice to always have something monthly coming in, which is not a bad thing. So I bought a few of those. The stock actually went up almost 100% from where I bought it already, so that was nice. I mean, it may come back down again, but for now that's nice to know that the share price at least came up, which is pretty good. And we'll keep an eye on that one, and hopefully that will be something that I keep and maybe add more to as the years go on. It just depends how I like that company and how it's doing. I did study it before, and I think I talked about it in a previous video where I talked about REITs. So that might be something that may interest other people. Look into that and see what you think. Now there's one, two, three, four other stocks that I bought. One of them is the cruise line, the Royal Caribbean. It came down sufficient enough that I wanted to buy it. I mean, I think it had dropped already $100 when I bought it. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's buy a few and see how we do with that. I didn't buy a lot. I just bought a few just to have them, just to see if it goes up or not, and hopefully make some profit off of that in the next year or two or three, and see where it goes from there. But no rush on those. It's just to have, and we'll see how that does. It should rebound, hopefully. We'll see. There is another one that I bought. That's this one's Blackberry. Blackberry, of course, was very popular back then with the phones. They still work with microchips. They still do a lot of stuff that is very vital, and they will be playing a big part in a lot of this stuff that's going on, the revolution, the AI and 5G and all those things. So I think that Blackberry is a good purchase at this point. It's rather inexpensive. I think it's $3 to $5 right now per share, and it's worth to at least have a few shares there to see if it actually goes up. Who knows, maybe it'll be bought out by Apple or by Amazon or somebody else. So there might be a buyout there in the future. You never know. You never know. The last two that I bought, one of them was Catchmark Timber Trust, CTT, which is also a nice stock that pays dividend monthly, I believe. And I wanted to just average down the cost on that one a little bit as well, and so I did that. And that's a very good company. I like it. It's been doing good. I researched that one. There is a video on CTT from before that I think it was on monthly dividend stocks. I think that video, if you want to look back on that one. So look into that one. I like that one. And the last one I bought was one that I just bought a couple days ago, which is AYTU, and that company is making tests for the coronavirus that will be ready in 10 minutes. So it's a quick test. It's a nice quick test to do, 10-minute test. And I think they were sending out this past week, or this week actually, they were sending out their first 100,000 tests, and hopefully they'll just keep on growing from there. I'm hoping that that's another one that I'll probably sell pretty quick. It just depends how that stock goes. If their stock really, if they start selling a lot of this and it goes up, then that's fantastic, and I'll probably get rid of that one pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to be keeping that one for too long, but I just wanted to buy a few of them just to have them, since that was good news. They're doing something good. They're putting out this coronavirus testing that is fast, because if you've noticed, we have a lot of testing going on, but the results are taking very long, and the confirmations are taking very long, and it it kind of slows down treatments. It slows down isolating people sometimes. And so by having something that's nice and quick, at least you can tell them right away, you need to make sure you do not leave your house, go back to your house, stay away from everything, sanitize everything, and then treat them more effectively, hopefully. So those are some of the stocks that I just bought, and I was happy with those. I am gonna hopefully keep on buying more stock in the next few weeks. Today and this week we didn't do a lot of purchasing other than NRZ, because it was such a good price. It was down to 5 something. I bought a few different episodes in the 5s, and when you consider that they typically give $2 per share, you're going to do very good with your money there, and you can't really beat that. It's hard to beat that. You look around and see if you can beat that price. But I'll be interested in knowing what you guys bought also. I know I'm on the Robinhood Facebook messages, and I see a lot of people buying a lot of different types of stock, and I look into a lot of those as well, and some of those look pretty good also. So I put them there to watch anyway, just in case that I'm interested in those. But I want to know what you guys want to buy, and maybe you guys have some good recommendations for other people that you can write down on the bottom of this video, and we'll see where we go from here. guys, keep safe. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Make sure if there's restrictions where you live, stay indoors. Don't go out too much. If you're sick, stay in. Wash your hands really well. Don't rub your eyes, touch your nose, touch your mouth. That's the way people get sick. And we have to make sure that you're healthy. If you've come in contact with somebody that's actually has the coronavirus or COVID-19, then make sure you get tested. Make sure that you're isolated. Make sure that you're not spreading the disease to other people. We have to make sure that people get better and healthy so that everything can get better in the United States. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.